So Ben, a disappointing result here at Carrow Road. What's your reflection on the performance?
Yeah, more disappointing than the result of the performance, I think, because we've come away from it. Yes, we've lost the game, but we haven't hit our levels, and we've only got ourselves to blame. So I don't think we deserved anything from the game. We weren't at the levels we have been at since the manager's taken over, particularly the level that we at the weekend against Man United, when the performance definitely warranted a result, and we fell short tonight. So I thought we were better second half, but you can't give a team 45 minutes to get going. We looked lethargic and we didn't get close enough to people. That's to a man all across the pitch, every single one of us, including myself. So we must do better. We've got to put it behind us quickly and get ready for the weekend.
It's a quick turnaround from the Manchester United game, and we did have some disruptions with COVID-19 issues in the camp as well. How much of a part do you think that played in perhaps the performance today as well?
I mean, listen, we've obviously had a few injuries, bit of COVID, but I think every team's got that at this stage of the season, so we don't want to make excuses. We have a good team, we have a good squad, we have a squad for a reason. Simple fact is we don't need excuses. That wasn't good enough tonight. Everyone who was on the pitch, including me, we've got to do better. We've got to be intense, and I thought the beginning of the second half, for maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes, we looked like we could cause them problems. We were in the game, we matched them, we fought, but we took too long to get going today, and that's not acceptable.
Yeah, and you talk about the squad as well, just a couple of positives as well in the fact that obviously bad that Ozan picked up an injury, but Sam Bynes had a long spell out and came on and did 45 minutes as well, so that's a positive, isn't it?
Yeah, and he was fantastic in a role that's unfamiliar in front of the back four midfielder. So fair play to him, absolute delight for him. He's a great lad. He's worked so hard. He's had such a tough time, and as you can see, he's still a top player. So we welcome him back with open arms. That's obviously a big boost. And yeah, that shows the type of mentality. To be honest, he's an example. That's a mentality that we need. Times get hard, like now. You got to fight. You got to stick together. You got to fight. Find a way out of it.
Also, another player playing out of position the last couple of games is Sorensen, but he seems to fit in quite well wherever he plays, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a dream. His temperament's fantastic. You could chuck him in anywhere and he just gets on with it. He's a great lad. He's a great player, and he'll be looking to take his opportunity because he's worked hard for a long time. He had obviously a run of games last season in left back, which isn't his natural position, and did really well. And since then, he hasn't had a lot of game time, so it's a huge opportunity for him, and he'll take it all in his stride. I've no doubt about it.
I know the sort of like mood in the dressing room will be one of frustration of how the team played today. So how do you approach the next 3 or 4 days going into the West Ham game on Saturday?
Well, we have to recover quick, analyse why we weren't at the levels that we were at the weekend and where we have been since the manager took over, and make sure that we don't repeat that. We get back to what we have been doing, because that's, to be honest, that should have got us more points than it has got us in that spell. The performances have been really good. We've just lacked that little bit of quality at times, and we've got to get back to that. We've got to be resolute defensively. We've got to add that quality in possession going forward. And look, we believe it'll change. We've got to hit them levels that we did in that little run of games we had where we were more successful. And look, we've been written off many times this season by every man and the dog, and no doubt after tonight we'll get written off again. That's no problem. We'll roll our sleeves up and face the challenge head on. And if we replicate that run of form that we had, we can put a run together, as we've already seen this season, and be looking up.